This is lesson 88, area of a sector. Lesson 87 was the arc length, which we were finding the length in unit measurement of a piece of the crust of the circle, the distance around the circumference of the circle. So this time we're actually looking at the area of the piece of the pie, or like the piece of pizza. Well, let me give you the name and the terminology and the formula, and we'll do just a couple of examples. So a sector, okay, I've got a radius, and I'm going to draw another radius. And a sector, and it can be half of the circle, it can be more than half of the circle. We'll do a couple of those examples. But the sector is the part or the fraction of the circle. Well, we know the area of a circle is pi r squared. So if we want the area of sector, I'll just say sector area. Well, we know it's going to be part of that total area, and it will be the fraction just like it was in the circumference, because we're wanting to find the area of all this. So we'll take the part of it, so it'll be the degree of the angle over 360 degrees, which that's just whatever part this is, that's about 60 degrees, times the total area. So let's do a couple of examples. Okay, I'm going to take a radius of 11 millimeters. And I'm going to actually, I don't have a protractor, but I'm going to let my angle be, let's see, this would be 90. So I want it to be about 100. So it'll be something like this, a little more than 90 degrees. And they usually do like a little arrow like that, so you'll know which angle they're talking about, whether they're talking about the big one over here or the little one over here. So that's the minor arc, which makes up the smaller piece of the circle. So sector area equals 100 degrees over 360 degrees times pi times, and I'm going to write it 11 squared. That's a radius, and I'm going to put ones under those. And actually, you can reduce if you want to. You know, you can divide by 10 and then divide by 2. You can, you know, and this is going to be 121. When I typed it in my calculator, I just did 100 times pi times 121 divided by 360 degrees, and I got about 105.59 square millimeters. Now, depending on your multiple choice, whether they do 2 or 3 decimal places, you'll just have to see what they want you, what they're rounding to in your choice of answers. We'll do another one, and this time we'll do an angle bigger than 180 degrees, and I'm not sure we've ever used one that big. Well, I guess we did when we did circumference the other day, when we did the arc length. So I'm going to use a radius of 18 inches. And I'm going to do a 230 degree angle. So if I go to 180, and then I'm going to go 50 more degrees, so something like this. Straight down would be 270 because it goes 90, 180, and then 270. So somewhere in this vicinity, and it'll be written like this, and we'll say 230 degrees. So it is definitely more than half of the circle. So sector area equals 230 degrees over 360 degrees times pi times, now actually in this case I had let the 18 inches, I just looked at my example, I had actually let the 18 inches be the diameter. And I don't even know if they give you any with diameters in them in your classwork, in your lesson. But if I let 18 inches be the diameter, then the radius would be 9. So I was just showing that if they did give it to you, just be careful and make sure you get the radius from the diameter. So again, I multiplied 230 times pi times 81 divided by 360, and I got 162 0.58 square inches.